Was it tough for you to date again?
It's definitely tough dating in your 30s. I never really been a dating person. I've always been in long relationships since I was like 21.
With Stefan, how has he inspired you?
I will never complain about my job because he has to do two different things. Not only do you have to study, you also have to get physical. And you have to be in bed at a certain time. You're literally in the military. I work hard, but you like really work hard. I don't really have a sleep schedule. I don't even like to map out my day.
Doesn't matter what he says, oh, let me heal you. Or, I'm going to be good to you.
Like one time he just told me, it's like, let me heal you. Give me a chance for me to heal you. And it's like, okay.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Hip hop is everything to me. Is the song is the genre that I relate to the most. Like, for example, right? Like, what the things that they say in hip hop was made to talk about our struggles, to talk about our pain, to talk about things that happens in the Bronx. Hip hop was created in the Bronx, by the way. My life, my culture, the Bronx, where I'm from. So it just means everything to me. And of course, without hip hop, I wouldn't be here. So yes, thank you very much, hip hop.
I haven't even in 3 weeks.
You haven't been in 3 weeks? Why?
No, because is in Boston and I'm here working.
Pregnancy makes you probably want to more, right?
Yeah, but this is crunch time. In Boston, you're a Patriot.
He's playing.
Hell yeah, we're not playing. Now he's really locked in. Like, he's in his season right now.
How you dealing with it?
We just talk to each other every day, and it's like he just came out of a ACL injury. He got something approved.
You're gonna be at the games.
I'm gonna go to a couple of games, but like, I get too anxious. I might be like, I might get bad.
Stefon Diggs may have left the Super Bowl without a ring and without a girlfriend. Stefon and Cardi B sparked breakup rumors after the New England Patriots lost the Super Bowl. In the hours after the game, fans noticed the two had unfollowed each other on Instagram. Cardi attended the game and made a cameo during Bad Bunny's halftime show, left it early, and posted a video of herself in her car. Before kickoff, when asked if she had a message for Stefon, she simply said, "Good luck." The couple's relationship became public in mid-2025, and they welcomed their first child together last November. So do you think there is trouble for these two? Let us know in the comments.
I could literally do a song, right? I would literally do a song. No, this song did that. I would take like a week or 2 weeks to just finish the song because I hate my accent so much now. Now that I hear it.
How is it when you do go through something with your wife, Cardi B, to have that everywhere, and how do you deal with that?
It sucks, bro. Worst thing ever, it be. Cause then it's so opinionated.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't looked at like reality or like this never been done before. Or like people not going through, it's like fate. It's like it's the worst thing ever. I feel like it ain't no privacy. It can really determine your destiny.
How did y'all shut off that clutter? How do you know what I'm saying? Because of course you got to go through your situation.
You gotta let time and healing. You gotta talk, and it's a process. You just gotta stay at it. But it's hard, bro, because everybody got something to say.
Cardi B just made a statement that caught everyone off guard. Not a hint, not a rumor, a straight up declaration. She says after her next album, she's done with English music. And not because she's tired, not because she's falling off, but because, according to her, the real money isn't here. It's in the Spanish market. Now, for some fans, that sounded exciting. For others, it felt like she was walking away from them completely. Because this isn't just a side project. She made it clear. She's going all in. And that raises a bigger question. Is this a genius business move or the biggest risk of her career? Because what most people didn't realize is this didn't just happen overnight. This has been building for years. Back in 2022, Cardi already hinted at this move. During an interview, she openly said she wanted to drop a full Spanish album after her next English project. But she also admitted something interesting. She said the Latin music world isn't easy. It's a completely different space, different expectations, different standards. And even for someone at her level, that pressure is real. So this wasn't some random decision. It was calculated. Because over time, she's been slowly testing the waters. Collaborations, Spanish verses, tapping into that audience little by little. Almost like she was preparing for this exact moment. And now, she's ready to fully step into it. But the real reason behind this move, it comes down to something way bigger than music: money. Because whether people want to admit it or not, the Latin music industry is exploding. We're talking about a market that just crossed over $1 billion in the US alone. And globally, it's even bigger. Latin artists are dominating streaming platforms, running up numbers across continents, turning regional sounds into worldwide hits. This isn't just a trend anymore, it's a takeover. And Cardi sees it. She's not just thinking about her next song, she's thinking long-term, legacy, reach, and most importantly, control. Because in her eyes, this isn't switching lanes. It's expanding into a space that's already proven to win. But here's where things get deeper. Because this decision wasn't only about opportunity, it was also about what she was going through behind the scenes. Because while fans were waiting for new music, Cardi was dealing with something completely different. She admitted that around late 2023 into 2024, her career felt off, not in a public way, but internally. She couldn't find the spark, nothing she created felt right, nothing she heard inspired her. It's like she hit a wall creatively. And for an artist, that's one of the worst places to be. Because it's not about talent at that point, it's about feeling disconnected from your own sound. And when that happens, consistency disappears, confidence drops, and everything starts to feel forced. But that wasn't even the hardest part, because around that same time, things in her personal life took a turn too. During a trip to Colombia, where she planned to reset and focus, she ended up in a completely different mental space. She described it as a heavy sadness, the kind that makes it hard to move forward, even when you have plans. And then came something she didn't expect at all. She found out she was pregnant. Not early, but months in. And that changed everything. Now she's dealing with emotions, pressure, and responsibility. All at once. Still trying to work, still trying to stay active, still trying to hold everything together. But inside, she wasn't in the best place. And she admitted it. She didn't feel confident, didn't feel like herself, didn't feel ready, and that's something fans rarely see. Because from the outside, everything still looks successful. But behind the scenes, it was a completely different story. So instead of forcing music, she started thinking differently. Not like an artist, but like a business. Because one thing she made clear is this: even at her level, income isn't always consistent. Some months are massive, others not even close. And that reality hit her hard. Because depending on hits, shows, and deals isn't guaranteed stability. And that's when her mindset shifted. She realized she didn't just want success, she wanted security. Something she could build, something she could control, something that lasts beyond a single album. And that's where this whole Spanish market move starts to make even more sense, because it's not just about music. It's about positioning. She's stepping into a space that's growing fast, while also building something bigger than just her current audience. An empire, a new lane, a second foundation. But here's the part people aren't talking about enough. This move comes with a real risk, because while the Latin market is huge, her core audience is still mostly English-speaking. And let's be honest, not everyone is going to follow her into a language they don't understand. Some will, some won't. And that creates something most fans don't think about right away: division, a split audience. On one side, she could gain millions of completely new listeners who connect with her in a different way, through a different sound, in a different language. On the other side, there's a real chance some longtime fans start to feel disconnected, not because they don't support her anymore, but because the music no longer feels as instantly accessible as it used to. And that's not a small gamble, because history shows us this doesn't always play out smoothly. We've seen artists try to switch lanes before, change genres, change languages, change entire markets, and while some managed to evolve successfully, others struggled to hold on to their original momentum. It's never a guaranteed upgrade. It's a reset in disguise. But Cardi? She doesn't seem worried about that at all. If anything, her energy is the opposite of hesitation. It's certainty. Like she's already mapped out the outcome in her head, like she's already seen it working before it even drops. And that confidence changes how people interpret the move. To some, it looks bold, to others, it looks risky, but to her, it clearly looks inevitable. Almost like she's not asking whether it will work. She's just deciding when it does. And maybe that confidence comes from what she's already built. Because she's not starting from zero. She already has a presence in that space, already has recognition, already has attention. She's collaborated with major Latin artists before. She's tapped into that audience. And more importantly, she's proven she can translate her energy across cultures. So in her mind, this isn't a risk. It's the next step. But whether people agree with it or not, this moment is bigger than just one artist changing direction. It's a signal, a shift in the industry itself. Because for years, artists were boxed into markets based on language. English here, Spanish there, different audiences, different lanes. But now, those lines are starting to blur. Streaming changed everything. Global audiences don't care where you're from anymore. If it sounds good, it travels. And that's why you're seeing more crossover hits. More artists breaking into markets that used to feel untouchable. So Cardi stepping into this space, it's not random, it's perfectly timed, where language matters less and global reach matters more. But here's where things get complicated. Because timing alone doesn't guarantee success. The Latin market isn't just big, it's competitive. It has its own stars, its own sound, its own culture that fans protect heavily. And stepping into that space as an outsider, even one with roots, comes with pressure. So now the real question isn't just about Cardi B, it's about what this means moving forward. Is she about to expand her career to a whole new level? Tap into a global audience that pushes her beyond anything she's done before? Or is she stepping into a space that might not embrace her the way she expects? Because once that next album drops, and she makes that switch official, there's no halfway, no testing the waters anymore. It becomes real. And whatever happens next will define the next phase of her career completely. Not just as a rapper, but as a global artist. So the question is this a power move? Or the moment everything changes in a way no one saw coming? Or a gamble that could change everything? Because right now, everything feels like it's sitting on a turning point. On paper, the strategy makes sense. A bigger market, a growing global sound, a chance to expand beyond borders that once felt fixed. But in reality, moves like this don't just shift careers, they shift identity, how the world sees an artist, how fans connect, and how long that connection actually lasts when the language changes, the sound evolves, and the audience starts to split in different directions. And that's why this moment feels different. It's not just another rollout. It's not just another era. It's a line being drawn between what came before and whatever comes next, because if it works, it could redefine her entire career. A second wave of dominance in a completely new space. Proof that an artist can cross markets without losing impact. But if it doesn't land the way she expects, it becomes one of those turning points people look back on and say, that's when things shifted. Either way, there's no denying it. This isn't a small chapter. This is a direction change. And the only thing left now is time. Time to see how the audience responds. Time to see if the new lane opens wider or pushes back harder than expected. So now the real question sits with the viewers watching this unfold. Did she just make one of the smartest moves of her career or step into the most unpredictable era she's ever faced? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind the headlines. And I'll catch you in the next one.